Hi, Scott Machine Gun Dad. In my thing of letting Nick shoot old military guns, we're going to let him shoot this FMAP, Ministry of Interior Police at the Taurus Colt Systema. It's got no import marks on it, so I don't know how long ago it came from, and it has matching serial numbers. Let's move in close, I'll show you it up. We moved in on a Systema. I'm going to hold it because I have to roll it. You can see the roll marking from the factory. You can see the serial number. I'm going to roll it over. The same serial number. And then flip it around and you're going to see the FMAP right here. So what this means is this is a later Systema that was made in Argentina. This isn't an American made Systema. And one of the things you should take note of is right here. It has a double barrel bushing. And you think, oh, well, somebody's just stuck that on there. If you look right here, the barrel fits flush with that double barrel bushing. So that is the correct bushing for this barrel. I don't know if all Systemas have a double barrel bushing, but this one does. Let's move back out. You saw it up close. I did have to respring it because this one is one of the ones that gave me permanent hammer bite on my hand. Let's see how Nick does with it. Hey, we're back inside with the Colt Systema. We didn't have any problems, but well, that's not really true. I had a few problems. I was shooting with gloves on, and this gun is a really crisp and clean and super light trigger. You know, taking account this gun was used when I got it. I don't know how many hands it's been through. And if you watch the video, if you go back and watch the video, you'll see at least twice I fired the first shot and the second shot goes off like a machine gun. It goes poof. And then what was happening was I had the Magpul shooting gloves on and my finger wasn't going forward on a full reset. I was kind of like sitting on the sear, and I couldn't because of the gloves, because they have vinyl pads on them. I couldn't feel how much pressure I was putting it on. And I'm thinking this is maybe a 2 or 2.5 pound trigger, and I set it off under recoil. The amazing thing is at least on once I hit the target. Now, that being said, before we went out, I said, Nick, do you have any gloves? Because this is going to bite you. Tell him the story, Nick.
Yeah. As soon as I stand up to the target and squeeze the trigger for the first round, lo and behold, the first bullet I fire gives me a hammer bite. So I got a nice little tiny, it's actually quite faded now, but I had a little red mark, the back webbing of my hand. Yay. It only happened twice from the 2 mags we fired. Thank God that thing hurts. But getting into the actual gun itself, it's a 1911. They've been around forever. They are old, they're reliable. They only carry about, 7 rounds in the mag, 1 in the chamber if you carry it like that.
Yeah, well, that's a military magazine. There are aftermarket magazines that are bigger, but 7 in 1.
Yeah. You've got less ammo than modern 45s, but it's still 45. You only really need to hit them a couple times. The controls on it are not as prominent as other guns that we have fired. I don't really like how small a couple of these controls are, because you could very easily either fall off of them or not fully engage them without thinking. Like how when you're trying to put the slide lock on by popping back and engaging that, it's very smooth on the underside. You can just slip off of it. I don't particularly like that, but the sights are decent. The front sight is a little small in my opinion. The hammer will bite you if you're not careful. Kind of hurts. It does have the correct magazine release, and I'm not the biggest fan of grip safeties on guns, but this one is just light enough that you don't notice it when you're trying to shoot. So I'm not trying to adjust my grip and try and hold it just right for the grip safety to engage. I can just hand on, ready to go. Overall, it's a very usable, very good handgun. I really like the 1911. Plus, my 2 World Wars.
Well, fortunately, this one didn't fight in the World Wars because it's from Argentina. A couple things. First of all, for the 1911 got gurus out there, you saw it up close. This hammer seems to be wider and bigger than the military hammer I have, and I think that's one of the reasons it bites so hard. I mean, it bites hard, and Nick, you actually readjusted your grip. He actually went to like that, because it really hurts. I mean, it pinches you right between these two, and it hurts, and it's kind of sharp. But what I've noticed about this one is, if you were carrying this, I think it's the military calls it condition 3, with one in the chamber, but the hammer on half cocked. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on 1911s. Because of the width of this would be so easy to thumb cock compared to my military 1911. The other thing is, the only time you can engage the safety is when the gun's cocked. And since the military doesn't want you walking around with cocked and locked, I don't think they really care how big the safety lever is, because they don't really want you to use it in that manner. I mean, modern people who carry 45s carry them cocked and locked, but they have improved safeties. Overall, these guns were a great investment when they were $300, because a whole bunch of these came into the country surplus. I'd say back in the 90s. And now, the last one I saw on an auction site, you could buy one of the Turkish clones for half as much as the original, one of these originals go for. What I do like about this is this gun either came in before 1968, or this came in so somebody who shouldn't have brought it in, because there's no import marks on this gun. It's just another chance for me to let Nick shoot some history and teach him sometimes you gotta wear gloves. Thanks for coming to the channel. Like, subscribe, comment. I do read the comments. I actually do respond. If you just recently had posted a video about comments, and I got more comments on that video than I had in on most of my other videos. Thanks again.